Hi YouTube, and this is JTrain997, and I'm back this time with my review of the Marvel Select Thor figure. Now, as you can see here in packaging, Thor's a very nice looking figure. He comes with his hammer and the first part of a two-part base. Loki comes with the second part. Of course, you can see a picture of Thor over here on the side. On the back, you can see Thor with the base when it's all said and done. Down here, there's a picture of Loki. And his read-up says, once the heir apparent to the throne of Asgard, Thor, the brash god of thunder, is exiled to Midgard by his father Odin, after a rash decision that threatens the peace. Regretting his actions and hoping to return to his home, Thor enlists the help of human Jane Foster in his quest to recover the mythical hammer Mjolnir, and return to the shining halls of fabled Asgard in their time of direst need. However, before he can do so, he must first defend the Earth from a threat the likes of which it has never before seen. So, a really awesome looking figure. Let's open him up. And here we have Thor out of his packaging. Now, real quick, his base, as you can see, snaps apart. You take the piece that comes with Loki, which is right here, his Heimdall sword, slide it into this little slot, like so, and then you just slide the base back together. Doesn't seem to want to lock up for me. There we go. And you have your Thor base all put together. So, a very nice little base. Probably the closest we'll ever get to a collect and connect of any kind from Marvel Select. But when it's all said and done, you can pose both Thor and Loki beside it. So, there's that. Pushing it off to the side and onto Thor. Thor's got a lot of nice detail, as does any Marvel Select. Very nice face sculpt. They did a really fantastic job on his armor, and even on Mjolnir. As you can see, all the runes and etchings are on it. I just knocked Thor over. Panning back out here. Crap. Stupid camera. Yeah, so, very nice job on the cape. It's a dense plastic, but it definitely doesn't hinder any kind of articulation. Speaking of which, I would have liked it if Thor's arms could go down by his side, but unless I really have to force him and I'm afraid to do it to break him, his arms are pretty much going to stay out like this. His arms are on a ball socket. They would do a full 360, a little hindered by the cape, bend and spin at the elbow, and spin at the wrist. The head does a full 360 and some up and down, not hindered by the hair at all. No main torso articulation with the exception of some very slight left and right, mainly hindered by his belt, or whatever part of the costume this is. His legs, stiff, but they move out a little bit. Spin. Knee joint, although it's very stiff, and have an ankle joint. So Marvel Select's making leaps and bounds beyond what they were as far as articulation. When you got a figure and it was pretty much frozen in place, you put it on the base and there you go. Now you actually get to make a few choices as to how you pose them, and I'm really digging that. Thor's a fantastic figure. He's one of the only bigger Thor figures we're getting, seeing as most of the line is 3¼ inch as far as the official movie one. So I definitely recommend picking up Thor. He's running you about 20 bucks at your local comic shop, maybe a little more offline after you pay shipping. But he's definitely a pickup in my book, and that being said, this is JTrain997, and I'll see you soon, YouTube.